You were in the room today when Chair Powell was speaking. Did you hear such a hawkish tone from him?
I think Chair Powell appropriately came across as being firm and resolute about bringing inflation down and making sure that inflation expectations don't de-anchor. And I think that's absolutely critical at this current point. And he also said that it would take time and that he sees, the rates staying at close to 4% for most of 2023. So I don't think people should jump the gun about, rate cuts and so on at this point.
So, Gita, you've been in the room quite a bit. I have, too. I don't remember a Fed chair or even a central banker so much talking about pain on the way. What did that signal to you?
I think what it signaled was recognizing that there are trade-offs in doing this and bringing inflation down. But he did make the point that, yes, there will be short-term pain. But if you don't bring inflation down durably, then there's going to be much more longer-term pain, and that's what we want to avoid. Right.
So the signal that I heard, and I'm sort of attuned to this because I asked him at the last press conference, how does a possibility of a recession change or not change your outlook for policy? When he says look out for pain, I sort of hear him saying, you can tell me if I'm wrong about this, if there is a recession, we may have to keep going because we have to bring inflation down as the primary objective.
I mean, the extent of the slowdown that this will require to bring inflation down is still unclear. But I do think what he said today was that, we have to keep our eyes squarely on bringing inflation down. And that may come at the cost of
sort of become a single
economy.
Mandate central bank for a time while you try to get both of your targets.
Given that is the priority right now.
So recently the IMF brought down, I guess, global growth as well as U.S. growth. How bad do you think it will become globally? Because, again, the United States is not the only central bank raising rates at this point and potentially raising them fast.
Well, yes, we recently downgraded global growth, and our concern is that, or at least what we're seeing, is that the three major economies, the U.S., Euro area, China, are all stalling to different degrees. And the data that we're seeing in the high-frequency data for the third quarter also shows growth momentum slowing. Now, gas prices have gone up by a whole lot more recently for Europe. Fed tightening is certainly being strongly signaled, but interest rates are going up. I think there's about 85 central banks that have raised interest rates over the last year and continue to do so. And in China, in addition to COVID and the shutdowns, we also have the real estate sector, which is in crisis, and the slowing momentum is also coming from there.
I didn't mean to go down this road, but I keep getting asked the question, how is it that China is undergoing a completely separate, different set of policies and outcomes when it comes to lower inflation, and they're stimulating the economy than the rest of the world?
So a few things are different. So firstly, in China, the amount of demand stimulus was smaller than what we saw in other parts of the world. Their consumption basket has more rice in it than wheat, and rice prices haven't gone up as much. So that's also one of the reasons why inflation has been lower.
Right. Very quickly, and I want to get Seema in here with a question. You just talked about inflation in the conference there, and it was very interesting. You say we don't really know where it's come from.
I think what we know right now is there are multiple factors that played a role. The difficult thing in these last 2 years has been to try and figure out how much imbalance there is between demand and supply in a world where you have a recovery that's strong, you have supply chain breakdowns, you have labor supply that's still not coming back up, and then, of course, you had Russia's invasion of Ukraine. I think we're still in that spot. We're trying to figure out how much slack there is or how tight it is a major challenge.